So, hi, I'm Kaylee. It's nice to meet you. Welcome, Tanya Lee Stone.
Thank you.
So, what kind of books do you write?
I write true stories, otherwise known as narrative nonfiction, for younger readers in picture book form and for older readers in longer books. And I also write young adult fiction and historical fiction.
What kind of inspiration helps you write?
Oh, I get my inspiration from everywhere, from the news, from things that people are talking about. Basically, I'm kind of unconsciously on the lookout for little known stories that catch my eye or catch my ear, and I want to learn more about them.
What books have you written?
Oh my gosh, I've written 100 books. I can tell you some of the most recent ones. Do you want to know those?
Yes, please.
So my most recent picture book is called Who Says Women Can't Be Doctors? And it's about Elizabeth Blackwell, who was the first woman doctor in America. And my most recent book for older readers is called Courage Has No Color, which is about the first black paratroopers in World War II.
Okay. What awards have you won?
Let's see. Almost Astronauts, which was about the first women who were tested to see if they were equally qualified to be astronaut candidates as men. Mm-hmm. That book won the Robert F. Seipert Medal from the American Library Association. And that award is for the best nonfiction book of the year for younger readers or older readers. Courage Has No Color won the NAACP Image Award, which was pretty cool. There have been different awards for different books, so let's see, what else do I remember? Almost Astronauts also won the Golden Kite. I've been recognized by a lot of different places, and it's extremely flattering and gratifying to know that my hard work is paying off sometimes, but I mean, it's just really great to have that kind of recognition.
So, what inspired you to be a writer?
Well, I have a mom who was a librarian and a dad who is a writer and a professor, and I actually just sort of grew up writing all the time, making up stories when I was little, and I was an English major, and I was an editor for a long time before I became a writer. But then I moved to Vermont, and I had to give up my job because there was no editorial work in Vermont. So I started writing. I wanted to see if I would be any good at it.
Do you have any advice for future authors?
Do I have any advice for future authors? Yes. My advice is to read a lot, especially the kind of books that you might want to try to write, and to not worry about getting published, but to just write, to just get through the draft so that you have a beginning, middle, and an end. And you don't ask yourself if it's good or if it's perfect or if someone's going to buy it. You just get what's in your head and in your heart onto the page. And then once you have something to work with, that you get some feedback and go through some revision and just make it the best story that you can make it, and make sure that you're expressing what you wanted to express. And not really worry about the product, more focus on the process.
What book that you have written is your favorite?
Oh my gosh, I can never answer this "what book is your favorite" question. It's kind of like if you had a litter of puppies and you had to pick your favorite. I will say that Almost Astronauts and Courage Has No Color are both about people who are living, or who were living at the time that I was writing them. And they were stories that hadn't been told before. And so it was really important to them that their story was finally told. And that made it really gratifying for me. So I'm really proud of those two books because I helped shine a light on people who really deserved it and may not have otherwise had their story told.
Does your childhood have an impact on your books?
My childhood definitely had an impact on my books because, as I said, my mom was a librarian and my dad is a professor and a writer. And I read all the time. So it definitely impacted me. There was no shortage of books at my house.
Are any of your characters based on real people you know?
Well, you know, most of them are true stories. So, yes.
Do you enjoy getting feedback, and why?
Feedback Like from readers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love hearing from readers. I love hearing from readers. They always have interesting things to say, and different age readers have such varied perspectives. I love getting emails from readers, which is mostly what I get. Sometimes I get an actual letter, which is fun too. People don't write letters anymore, really.
How do you handle bad reviews?
I don't really think about them. There's too many things you can second guess within yourself when you're writing, so it's not really all that productive to worry too much about that, because once that happens, the book is already done.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, I think that's it.
Okay.
Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
coming.
Thanks for having me.